If you were up late last night or early this morning, you saw the newest Gibson get listed on Sweetwater's website, which was promptly taken down. But at the time of recording, Google Ads still show them, so let's learn about this new Gibson Platypus. Welcome back, Troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. In the original collection at its launch in 2019, they had a Firebird looking like this that was $2,000 brand new. They had the proper neck-through construction, everything was about the same on the front with the Firebird-style pickups offered in a cherry finish as well as tobacco sunburst, but they didn't have the correct head as far as being stepped as well as having banjo tuners. That's something that Gibson only saved for their custom shop style ones. Here's what that would look like. But these were quietly discontinued after about 2 years, and then people started to question, where did they go? And rumors were flying around that they were just too expensive to make, or they just wanted to create demand for their new Epiphone lineup inspired by Gibson Custom Shop series, which retails for about $1,700 brand new. So here we are, late 2024, likely early 2025, we're seeing a new version come out, and it's being priced at $2,500, which is $500 more expensive than last time. However, you have to keep in mind, those were never price adjusted for inflations. We've had tons of price increases from then. I was fully expecting when and if we saw a Firebird release happen again, it would be at this price. But here's what we got. A tobacco sunburst, looks like a straight up ebony being the newcomer this time, as well as the return of a wine red. First glance, looks like we got the regular Nashville style bridge, we've got the return of the Firebird pickups. It's a little bit hard to see on the red and the black model, but coming back over to the tobacco, you can tell we still have the raised portion of the neck. It seems to still be neck through, right? Unfortunately, no. Although I'm not surprised. So they've ditched the whole neck through construction. They're leaving that for only the Epiphone Firebirds as well as the custom shop. But that actually means a lot of different things. Because Firebirds are traditionally constructed with a multi-pieced neck that goes into the body, so you can see different colorations of wood from the mahogany and walnut stripes going through it. You lose that on these new ones, and you no longer have those stripes running up and down your neck either. So I'll be curious to see, does it actually have the V construction of the wings being put onto that mahogany body, or are they just routing it out to make it look like it? Looking at that wood grain, it almost looks like we might still have the winged construction, but time will tell on that. But next, moving on from there, looks like the regular fretboard trapezoid inlays, you still have the binding, but it's the full body shot where things get a little bit different. So the reason why they're calling this thing the Gibson Platypus actually comes down to Firebird history. In 1965, when what we call now as the Non-Reverse Firebird comes out, a lot of this was transitional as far as the new body shape, what pickups they were using, and especially the brand new headstock style. That's how you got freaky things like this Firebird 3. That has the non-reverse headstock but still has the reverses style tuners. But Davidson's 12-strung guitars is the people that I learned the term platypus from. I thought they just made it up, maybe it's from before them, I don't really know. But apparently platypus refers to the headstock style. Because if you look at a platypus, its beak is really flat. And as cute as they are, they look a little bit goofy. So since during this transition, they got rid of that stepped ridge and it's just completely flat and then you just have a truss rod cover, that's why they call it the platypus. So that seems to refer to any flat headstocked reverse Firebird body style, not necessarily the headstock orientation. Like you can find many different versions. This one we're looking at today happens to have the P90 pickups. Here's another one that they did within the Songbirds Foundation that had Charlie Starr playing, that had a different color that was very well aged, also featuring the P90 pickups. And here's one currently available at Davidson's Well-Strung Guitars, a 1964. Before all the other super transitional stuff happened, you can see they're experimenting. But this is a Firebird 1 that has the regular Firebird pickup and wrap tail piece to it. Needless to say, these become kinda collector's items. So now that we understand that history, here's our new platypus. They basically took the non-reverse Firebird body style, which is the original one, and gave it the reversed headstock, but then made it almost like a little bit wider, but it's completely flat, and that's how you're getting the platypus on these. And wow, in fact, I just noticed it's the regular Les Paul style truss rod cover rather than what you normally find on a Firebird, and then you just get the decal put on there. And maybe there are platypi out there that happen to have the non-neck through construction, but so far this new leak, it doesn't have me all that excited. outside of the name being official at this point. But I'd like to give a shout out to the viewer, Nicholas P. He's the one who captured a lot of these screenshots, because when I looked at it this morning, it was all there on the website. I figured, they're probably just coming out at 11 o'clock today. Or Gibson has been launching things on Thursday, but no, this got pulled really quickly. So thank you, Nicholas, for sending those screenshots, because looking at these photos blown up and just talking about the headstock that's on it would not have been as fun. But we already know they're going to be $2,500. When can we realistically expect these? On the website, it said January 2025. These are within a month or so. And this is interesting. It actually calls them mini humbuckers. I'll be curious if they're actually minis or are they a true Firebird, because they are constructed very differently. It looks like they are going to be the historically accurate Firebird style pickups. A slim tapered neck profile. And they didn't play around with the scale length or anything like that. We got the Graphtec nut. So please let me know down in the comment section. Are you excited for this, or is it a nah? Personally, I would have loved to see these come stock with P90 pickups like many of the Platypus that we have seen. But I can also understand that maybe there's different versions out there and they didn't want to do that particular one. But overall, looks like they just try to find a fancy name to give to this new version of the Firebird that's a bit more economically sound for them to produce. But the Firebird is such a niche model. Changing it up so much, I think they'll get some initial sales, just because maybe it'll be just a short-lived and become kind of a collector's item. And hopefully one day we do see a P90 release. But regardless, you know me, I'm going to review one. So if anybody's interested in new guitar daying, reach out. We'll make it happen. You can choose the color. Otherwise, I'll probably go wine red. Unless maybe there's a Gibson.com exclusive color that's a little bit more exciting. But speaking of Firebirds, while researching tonight's episode, I came across this on Musician's Friends website. Not sure how long they've been there, but it's the first time I've seen it. It's a non-reverse Firebird, but it's this really striking 60s cherry color. They gave it the black pickguard with the golden bird. We've got the humbuckers, which is always nice on those. But non-reverse Firebirds come with humbuckers. They've got P90s, as well as the traditional one. There's a lot of different options with those guys. But as far as our layout, it looks like they did these golden reflector knobs, everything the same there. But now check out that fretboard. That catches my attention. Simply because the split parallelogram inlays do not get used on electric guitars enough. That is one good looking bird, and I don't normally like this style. As far as the headstock, where's the Gibson logo? That photo turned out really dark, but it looks like it's on the truss rod cover over here. And you've got their regular headstock on that particular one. But it looks like it's got nickel hardware. I think that would have looked fantastic with gold. But okay, I gotta stand corrected. It's not 60s cherry, it's Viking red. And cool, they actually have two of them in stock. So this one's 7.5 pounds. This guy is 7.26. Let's check out the grain, see if there's something really cool. I mean, that one's nice grain, but the neck is way more red than the body. Yeah, this next one matches much better. If I was gonna get one to review, it would be that. But hey, what is that? They actually did more than one of these. I thought this was an ebony finish and I didn't care about it, but no, it's antique sage green. Let me adjust it a bit. Okay, there you go. Now you can see it. That is kind of tempting. It just turned out a bit too dark. But again, as far as non-reverse Firebirds go, this one's actually pretty cool. But these are $6,000 brand new. Our first one's 8 pounds with grain like that. And we've got a 7.6 pounder with similar grain. Then at 7.86 pounds, I would say they all look relatively similar, but if I was gonna pick one, probably be that. But if you have interest in one of these, feel free to reach out. Let's new guitar day it. But let's take a quick break from Firebirds and say, yep, I was right last time. The studio sessions, they were coming. That last leak video was literally 2 days before they launched. Everything basically came true. They are glossed finished. A lot of these launch examples have a really nice figured wood. I'm still on the fence whether I should review one of these or not, because it's not all that different, but we'll see. But these are the four. 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 I was hoping Gibson might reissue this one day. Welcome back, troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar. Just kidding. Let's get back to the episode. Thanks for watching to the end. But these are the four official colors in the flesh. Got that cobalt, the bourbon burst with the trans ebony, as well as the honey burst. Which out of those four, the honey burst is great, but I think this is the nicest top I've seen. Normally I don't like really pinstripey flame, but this one's almost wavy, but just really tight at the same time. I think that is just a fantastic example of one of these. But alright, Troglodytes, I think that's enough fun for one night. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you tomorrow on the next one. Take care.